Sunny Hostin's emotional breakdown and the abrupt cancellation of The View sent shockwaves through the world of daytime television. What was once a powerhouse of spirited debate and cultural discourse crumbled almost overnight, leaving audiences and industry insiders reeling. The show's unraveling, triggered by a high-stakes defamation lawsuit and mounting internal tensions, became a stark reminder of how even the most established public platforms can collapse under the weight of controversy. The heart of this media firestorm was Sunny Hostin, a co-host known for her fearless commentary and passionate on-air exchanges. Her remarks during a particularly contentious segment became the catalyst for a chain reaction that no one saw coming. The segment in question centered around a high-profile figure with a history of aggressively safeguarding their reputation, someone who was not known to take criticism lightly. Rumors of an impending crisis swirled in the weeks leading up to the show's cancellation. While some viewers applauded Sunny's unfiltered honesty, others felt she had crossed a dangerous line. Behind the scenes, anxiety grew among producers and staff, who began to question whether the show had finally pushed the boundaries too far. The View had always walked a tightrope between provocative discussion and controversy, but this time, the stakes felt significantly higher. Producers initially reassured themselves with the fact that the show had weathered storms before. With a legal team well-versed in handling heated disputes, they believed they could navigate yet another backlash. However, this time was different. Whispers of a multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit began circulating, one that didn't just target the network but named Sunny Hostin personally. The mere possibility of such legal action sent shockwaves through the production team, creating an atmosphere thick with unease. Tensions among the co-hosts reached a boiling point. Off-camera, hushed conversations about the potential fallout turned into full-blown panic. Some colleagues worried that The View had become too reckless in its pursuit of unfiltered discussion, while others saw the situation as an attack on free speech. Sunny, for her part, initially dismissed the growing concerns, standing firmly by her words. To her, this was an issue of First Amendment rights, a principle that had long been a defining pillar of the show's identity. But as the lawsuit rumors gained traction and legal experts weighed in, cracks began to appear in Sunny's confident facade. The pressure was mounting, and the industry was watching. What had started as a bold moment of truth-telling now threatened to bring down an entire legacy. She received an official letter from the plaintiff's legal team, and the gravity of the situation became undeniable. This wasn't just another fleeting controversy. It was a full-blown crisis with the potential to derail her career and jeopardize the very future of The View. The legal document laid out serious allegations claiming that Sunny's statements were not only defamatory, but had inflicted lasting damage on the plaintiff's personal and professional reputation. ABC's executives wasted no time mobilizing their legal team, issuing a firm directive. The co-hosts were to remain silent on the matter while the network worked to contain the fallout. But despite their efforts to project an image of control, the tension in the studio was impossible to mask. Co-hosts like Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg, usually known for their sharp wit and unfiltered opinions, became noticeably more restrained on air. Discussions that once crackled with energy now felt measured, almost rehearsed. Behind the scenes, producers scrambled to manage the growing crisis. Some attempted to downplay the severity of the situation, but the atmosphere in the studio told a different story. The weight of uncertainty loomed over the set, and off-camera conversations were filled with hushed speculation about what might come next. When news of the lawsuit broke to the public, it sent shockwaves through the industry, setting off a domino effect of consequences. Advertisers, wary of any association with controversy, wasted no time distancing themselves. Major brands that had once been loyal supporters of The View quietly withdrew their sponsorships, unwilling to risk negative publicity. The loss of this crucial revenue stream pushed the show further into uncertainty, leaving executives with fewer options and an increasingly grim outlook. Viewers, too, noticed the shift in tone. The lively, no-holds-barred debates that had defined The View were replaced with cautious exchanges and guarded commentary. The energy that once made the show a cultural force was fading, and even the most devoted fans could sense something was off. As the pressure mounted, Sunny found herself in an increasingly difficult position. The lawsuit wasn't just a professional liability, it was taking a personal toll. Insiders revealed that she confided in close friends, admitting the immense emotional strain she was under. Once known for her unwavering confidence, she now appeared visibly anxious, grappling with the reality of potentially being held personally accountable for the fallout. Producers urged her to issue a carefully crafted public statement to de-escalate the situation. But Sunny hesitated. Reading the statement would mean walking back her remarks, an admission she wasn't ready to make. She had built her reputation on speaking her truth, and the idea of retracting her words felt like a betrayal of everything she stood for. The breaking point came when ABC announced that The View would be placed on an indefinite hiatus. Though the network avoided using the word cancellation, industry insiders knew what it really meant. A show without advertisers, mired in legal turmoil, had little chance of survival. The announcement sent a wave of uncertainty through the studio, leaving staff scrambling to pack up their belongings. For many, it marked the abrupt end of a chapter they had never expected to close so suddenly. Sunny's absence from the broadcast following the announcement did not go unnoticed. Officially, she was taking a personal day, but behind closed doors, she was locked in intense discussions with network executives. During these tense meetings, she was informed that while the network didn't place all the blame solely on her, her comments had undeniably set off the chain reaction that led to the show's downfall. Witnesses described Sunny as visibly shaken. Disbelief and sadness swept through fans of The View, while critics debated whether the consequences Sunny faced were justified. Some argued that her fearless approach was the backbone of the show, and that the network abandoned her when she needed their support the most. Others insisted that she had crossed a dangerous line, disregarding the immense responsibility that comes with a platform as influential as The View. In the days following the cancellation, a video clip of Sunny breaking down in the studio went viral. Captured by a bystander, the footage showed her wiping away tears as she embraced a colleague. The raw, unscripted moment resonated with many, adding a human dimension to a figure who had become a lightning rod for controversy. Social media ignited with divided opinions. Some praised her vulnerability and resilience, while others dismissed the display as self-serving, questioning whether it was a calculated attempt to sway public sentiment in her favor. Even though the show was gone, the legal battle was far from over. The lawsuit advanced to a preliminary hearing, with both sides presenting their arguments. Reports of potential settlements and behind-the-scenes negotiations kept the story in the headlines, though public interest gradually began to wane. Yet, for Sunny, the ordeal remained all-consuming. In a rare and candid interview, she opened up about the emotional toll of losing The View. She described the final days at the studio as fraught with tension, paranoia creeping into every conversation. Every word spoken on and off the air felt like a potential spark for further legal trouble. Her interview reignited debates over free speech and the responsibility that comes with it. Critics accused her of deflecting blame, painting herself as a victim rather than acknowledging any wrongdoing. Her supporters, however, saw her as a casualty of an increasingly litigious media environment, where speaking truth to power had become a professional hazard. For Sunny, the experience served as a painful reminder of how quickly a public platform can crumble under the weight of controversy. Her absence from television left a noticeable void, and speculation swirled about whether she would attempt a return to media or reinvent herself in a new capacity. Meanwhile, whispers of a rebranded version of The View circulated, but no concrete plans emerged. As for Sunny herself, she largely stepped away from the spotlight, maintaining a low profile except for the occasional social media post, messages of resilience, unity, and quiet defiance. Her career remained in limbo, with the unresolved lawsuit continuing to cast a long shadow over her future. Whether this was the end of an era or the beginning of a new chapter remained to be seen, but one thing was certain: the controversy surrounding The View would not be easily forgotten. The show's cancellation was more than just a legal drama. It was a cautionary tale about the fragility of public platforms and the high stakes of modern media. For Sunny Hostin, it became a defining chapter in her legacy, one that underscored both the power and the peril of bold commentary in an era where every word is scrutinized, dissected, and weaponized. What do you think about Sunny Hostin's role in The View's downfall? Should the network have stood by her, or was the cancellation an inevitable consequence of her actions? Share your thoughts in the comments below, And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth stories and analysis. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest updates on this and other major media events.